Hello, my friends, and welcome to Words of Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Kathy Weaver, and I love being part of the fan club for Delinda Lane and the Fun Fearless Female global community of Christian women. There are over 1,200 members of this incredible community now, so if you have not yet joined the community on the Facebook group page, please do so. We definitely would love to have you. And these ladies make incredible connections with each other. And I love being part of the fan club for real. I'm Kathy Weaver, and I love being able to share different topics and movements and ideas and things that come up during the weeks in my different networking groups because I love networking. Hopefully, you know that by now if you've been watching for a while, because I really do love it. I've been networking full time for 16 years now, and I absolutely love being able to share some of the things that I have learned with the people that I have met. And one of those things is positivity versus negativity on human nature. Before you hang up, hang on a second. When was your most recent meal out? If you don't eat meals out anymore, I get that actually. But the rest of the story is, when was your last meal out? A birthday celebration, just a quick bite when you were between meetings, whatever that was. When was your last meal out? Think about it. So the next question is, did you write a review on that meal? Did you Yelp the restaurant? Just wondering. If it was a good experience, who did you tell? If it was a bad experience, I bet you told several people. I'm never going there again. Ew. But if it was a good experience, shh, did you keep it a secret? You hear on several of our pages, shout it out, whatever day that is, whatever group that is. I understand that. Shout out another person, shout out ourselves, shout out an accomplishment, whatever that looks like. Shout it out. But let's think about the human nature piece for a second. If you go anywhere and you stand in line too long, or you don't like the something, or the server was rude, or the salesperson didn't acknowledge your needs, they just were worried about what they wanted to sell you. Somebody didn't help you carry your something to the car. By golly, and the grumbling starts and blah, blah, blah. But anytime you do something and it's a positive experience, the person actually looked at you and smiled. The person shouted you out from a standpoint of, I love your earrings, fun car, cute outfit. Do we do that? Not necessarily consistently. When we talk about starting a movement for positivity and happiness and joy and gratitude and all those things, I definitely appreciate that. But what happens when you literally Yelp someone? It's a cool platform, by the way. But I have found that there's lots of negatives on Yelp also. If somebody goes to a theater, if somebody goes to a sporting event, if somebody goes to whatever it is, if it's fantastic, oh my gosh, I had such a great time. They took a few pictures and that was it. If it was not fantastic, I am never going back there again. That is the last blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. So, what would happen if we as a community flooded social media? And I'm talking all platforms, whether you are an alignable person, a YouTube person, a LinkedIn person, a Facebook person, a Pinterest person, an Instagram person, a TikTok person, a Twitter X person, whatever kind of person you are on your platforms. What would happen if we flooded social media with positivity? When was the last time you attended a networking event, in person or virtual? I don't care which, or both. And you had so much fun you couldn't believe it. Did you shout it out? Did you shout it out because you had a great time? Or did you shout it out because you're promoting the group so more people show up next week? What is your goal? So I wanted to share today on Words of Wisdom Wednesday, the shout it out piece. Did you take a picture of your last one-on-one that you did virtually? Even in person, if you're at a coffee shop, did you take a picture of that person one-on-one? Holy moly, I got to learn so much about Susie Q's business. Or if it wasn't a great experience, how did that come across? So let's just make a little bit of an extra effort, if you will, to make these positive, push out this information. We talk about edification a lot, sure. We talk about making someone else a spotlight, sure. Very seldom, especially in this community, do we ever do something negative like, oh, I had a one-on-one with her and it was really bad. Very seldom do we ever see stuff like that. Plus the fact that if something negative does happen when you're out in the world, what can you do with that information as a learning tool? Maybe she's having a bad day. Maybe it was something I said that started that response. Maybe I could this, and make somebody else's day better. Let's think about that. If something we said triggered a negative response, maybe we could try our approach differently. The learning piece is so huge, my friends. And the positive versus negative. How are you today? Fine. Instead of, what's the coolest thing that happened to you today? Tell me so far the coolest thing that happened to you today. I actually asked a server that. I was at lunch with one of my friends, and so instead of saying, how are you? Fine, blah, 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 my name is, and I'm here to serve you kind of thing, I said, what's the coolest thing that has happened to you so far today? What? It's all in how you phrase it. Same thing when your kid gets home from school. How was school? Fine. What'd you do? Nothing. Who'd you meet? Nobody. What'd you learn? Absolutely nada. Instead of, what was the coolest thing about today that happened to you at school? In the classroom, on the playground, in the gym? What? Tell me. I really want to know. So please think about the phraseology piece. How we start the conversation could change how the outcome is for us and certainly for that person. So let's think in terms of pushing out a little more positivity on social media. And the next time something happens, hopefully good, we kind of don't want to hear about the bad stuff, but let's do the good. The next time something happens, a great experience, fantastic latte, whatever is your experience, post it. And let's flood the internet with positivity. Let's do that. It really, it starts a trajectory that just, it just lights up the world. And if anybody can do it, it is the Fun, Fearless Female global community of Christian women, because Delinda Lane, as our leader, gives us examples of that all the time. What was the best thing about your day? When's the last time you yelped somebody? I'm here to tell you, I have taken pictures of the technicians who changed my oil or put on my new tires and yelped them. Is it okay if I take your picture? And they look at me and go, what? Of course, they know me now. So they're like, oh my gosh. And they doll up a little bit. It's cute. And I yelp them. Excellent oil change. Tires are gorgeous. Whatever it is. Have you ever done that? Google reviews, whatever you use for your review system, recommendations on LinkedIn, Alignable, Facebook, wherever you do your recommendations. Let's flood the internet with positivity in a big way. And if anybody in the whole world can get that ball rolling, it's the Fun, Fearless Female global community of Christian women, hosted, of course, by our superstar, Delinda Lane. Bye, my friends, and I hope to see you next week on Words of Wisdom Wednesday. Keep those experiences coming. Put them on this community page. It's really, really, really important because we can all definitely do this together. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.